We are in the Old Town Square, the medieval heart of Prague.
Prague is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe and the entire world. It is one of those cities that must be seen at least once in a lifetime. The main reason to come to Prague is to visit its old town.
We are now at the Old Square, and this is the Astrologic Tower. It has been built in 1410, and as of today it's one of the most visited tourist attractions, not only in Prague, in all Europe. The clock chimes at every hour from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. and there is a very nice parade with the 12 apostles.
The historical center of Prague spans over 1,000 years and is beautifully preserved. You can find really a lot of very different styles, going from the medieval to the Baroque to the Gothic. Some cases seems to be in Rome, in some other cases seems to be in Amsterdam, and is really beautifully preserved and survived the Second World War and the Communist period.
We're standing in front of the Charles Bridge, which was built in 1357 and has 30 statues on it, all representing different saints. This is one of the most important landmarks in Prague. It was built to connect the old town with the castle.
Today we are in the historical and cultural heart of the Czech Republic. The castle of Prague is on the top of the hill. It's not really a castle, but it's like a village made of towers and churches. Here we can find some treasuries, for example the golden reliquaries of St. Vitus and the Bohemian crown jewels. But this place is also famous for the murder of St. Wenceslas and the second defenestration of Prague.
The historical center of Prague witnesses a really rich past. The houses of the merchants, the town halls, the churches, the castles. It really shows how Prague was incredibly connected in the earth of Europe and trading with north, south, influenced by east and west.
Behind me you see the statue of Janus, a reformer of the church, who came 100 years before Martin Luther. Turn defenestration was born during this period in which, during the fight between different religious groups, they used to throw the enemies from the windows.
We are now by the head of Kafka, and it's a statue that it has been installed in 2014. It has been composed by 42 layers, and they all individually rotate.
The old town is the most beautiful part of Prague, but sticking to it it will be a limitation. Local people from Prague really visit the old historical center because it's seen a little bit like a Disneyland. If you want to take the most of Prague, you need to get a little bit out. Similar to Vienna, Prague has a rich cafe culture. People love to stay at the cafe, meeting there. And when we visit the more hipster neighbors, an entire old factories and buildings have been converted into really cozy places.
We got out of the city center, so we're now in Prague 7, Coalescence, in this beautiful cafe and theater for artists that was previously a warehouse. this headquarters of this anarchy collective that had made a lot of activities and occurring in this country, and they also have now a cafe here that only accepts Bitcoin, so we're gonna have a coffee now.
Okay, we just bought some Litecoins, and this is the wallet, and this is my private key. Now we're just gonna go to the coffee bar here to buy some coffees for the first time in Litecoins.
There's plenty of arts in Prague. You can see it in the streets, you can see it in galleries, and one of the most controversial artists is David Sony. Just to give you a better ideas, we're going to show you one of his creations.
And obviously Prague and Czech Republic means beer. Probably home of the best lager worldwide.
We are in the Czech Republic, a country that is very proud of their beer. The place where Pilsner was invented, in a place called Pilsner, about 200 years ago. They consume more beer per head than anywhere else in the world, something like 150 litres per person per year for every man, woman and child in the country.
Sorry, can you tell us again what you said?
Na zdraví.
Predominantly light beers, but sometimes they have Kurzel as well, which are dark beers. We have today a mix of Pilsner Urquell and Kurzel. It's very tasty. I'm enjoying it very much. Nostravia.
We visited the neighborhood of Žižkov, and we really spent an evening there going from pub to pub, and ultimately ending up on a hill where we overlook the entire city by night. And it was really a magical moment and the end of our journey.